not too difficult. When multiplying an expression, an exponential expression, raised to another exponent, you multiply the exponents, which sounds like gibberish right now, but it's really not that difficult.
What time is class over?
It's on the board.
12:05.
Yep.
But if you think about it, it'll take
I've had that schedule up there. Yep. Just as a reference. So when multiplying an exponential expression raised to another exponent, you multiply the exponents. It's a lot of the same word, but it's not that difficult.
It's so tedious sharpening your pencils. I'm so used to
Oh, you can use this one. I just hid this one yesterday so that nobody would try to put their colored pencil in here. However, yeah.
So you want so you made me do all of the work.
Well,
Sharpen my pencil.
colored pencils will destroy this thing. So,
actually.
I mean, it will ruin the blades and it won't work anymore.
No, don't worry. My math teacher last year, like his pencil sharp when I was lately broken. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want everybody to put, once you have this written down, put your pencils down. We're going to do look, listen, learn. We're going to look, listen, learn here. So we're all familiar with this expression, right? What would I do here? 3 times itself 6 times. Xavier, close your iPad, please.
Sorry, I was checking Canvas for something.
Okay, thank you. So 3 times itself 6 times, because this tells us to multiply this base by 3, this base of 3 by itself 6 times. If I put another exponent out of it, outside of this, this 3 to the 6th power becomes the entire base. Now this expression right here, I'm going to multiply this whole thing by itself 4 times. So what this means is 3 to the 6th times 3 to the 6th times 3 to the 6th times 3 to the 6th. This whole thing is now my base, right? So I do this whole expression right here times itself 4 times. So if all I had was this, what would you do with those 6's? If I just gave you this, what would you do with those 6's? Silas?
Add them.
You just add them, right? What's 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6?
Like 24.
Yep. So I'd have 3 to the 24th. Where else can I make 24 if I'm just given this part of the problem?
6 times 4.
6 times 4. So that's the rule. When multiplying an exponential expression raised to another exponent, you multiply the exponents. So instead of expanding it out and showing this over and over and over again, or doing 6 3's times 6 3's times 6 3's, right? We're trying to shortcut it. We're trying to streamline the process. So instead of writing this out and then adding up all these 6's, I can just do 6 times 4, and I'm going to get 24. Okay. Jackson, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, the 3, when you get that 3 to the 6th power, when you get that answer, you times it by I was gonna ask if you like times it by 4, but then I saw that you did the 3 to 24.
Yep. Okay, so go ahead and write this down, please. If you haven't already started, go ahead and write this in your notes, and then we'll do 2 more examples. We have 7 minutes.
7 minutes?
Class is not over.
Yes. No, I said and then class is over.
Oh, yes, and then class is over. So for example 2, 4 to the 5th power raised to the 3rd power. Go ahead and write that down. What math am I actually going to do here? What is this telling me to do? What is this 4 to the 5th power telling me to do?
4 times 5. I'm just kidding.
Not
4 times 4 times 4.
Well, over here I'm going to get to the 5 times 3, right? But this is telling me 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 5th. Right?
Times 4, 5 times.
No. Not quite.
What did I say? 4 times 4 times 5?
Yeah, no.
I meant 4 times 4 5 times.
Nope. It's 4 to the 5th
No.
times 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 5th
No, like the 4 times 5.
is 4 times itself 5 times.
Yeah, so 4 times 4 times 5 times.
4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4.
Yeah, so 4 times 4 5 times.
Guys, he's
Is that
struggling.
the
Stop
same
laughing
thing?
now.
Well, 4 times 4 is 16, and then doing that 5 times would be 16 times 16 times 16 times 16. It's just
4 times 4 times
4 times itself 5 times. Just
So 4 times 4.
just 4 times itself 5 times.
What's itself? So 4. Whoa.
So if you say 4, guys, stop talking. If you say 4 times 4 5 times, that's 4 times 4, which is 16, and then you do that 5 times. We're not doing 16 times 16.
What's 4 times itself?
That just means 4 times itself 5 times.
So 4 times 4 5 times. What's 4 times itself? Like what's the itself part?
Okay. Hold on. Are you being serious right now, Xavier? Okay. Look up at the board over here. Okay.
Okay.
4 times itself 5 times is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 4 times 4 5 times.
No. 4
It's
times
not funny, he's struggling, guys.
4
What if that was you?
5 times is like saying 4 times 4, 4 times 4, 4 times 4, 4 times 4, 4 times 4. So it's just the language. 4 times itself 5 times looks like this. 4 times 4 5 times looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4.
Correct. Yes. Okay. I actually think that's part of the reason that math is so difficult. Can you stop whatever it is you're doing? Okay, I think that's one of the major reasons, Xavier, why math is so tricky is because you thought what you were saying was what you wanted, just the 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4.
Yes.
But because you put in that extra 4 times 4 5 times, it actually is a totally different math problem.
Okay.
So it's just like the language definitely affects, like, you knew what you were trying to say, but the words weren't matching up.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to this problem. I would add these to get 15, or I can just multiply 5 times 3 and get 4 to the 15th power.
That's what I got.
Okay. Our last example looks a little weird. 1/5 to the 3rd power raised to the 2nd power. Okay, it looks way more complicated than it is, so just write it down and then put your pencil down.
Oh, we can't write it?
You can write down the problem and then put your pencil down.
Alright.
Wait. I didn't put it on yet.
Why is there two, like,
Okay, because the fraction has to be in parentheses, because then you know that the whole fraction is being multiplied times itself 3 times. And now this is the base and it's going to be multiplied twice. So this is 1/5 to the third power times 1/5 to the third power. Same thing, I'm just going to shortcut it. 3 times 2 is, so I get 1/5 to the 6th power as my answer.
Oh, that's so easy.
Okay, so it looks more complicated than it truly is.
But it's really hard to learn.
Okay, put this in the back of semester 1. We'll do the table of contents on Monday or on Tuesday. You guys can put your binders away, grab your phones. Thank you very much.